Hello, hello, and welcome. We've got yoga infused with hips today. So we're going to start on our back. Please find yourself on your back. All right, we're going to start on our back. Let's open the hips by laying on our back with a block under the sacrum. Hip day. And start to bring maybe one hand to the belly, one hand to the chest, and really dive into your breath. Feel the breath. Integrate the breath into the whole thing. Notice the breath around the area of the hips. Bringing a little release and openness to that area of the hips. And then if it feels good, relax the arms now, nice and wide. You almost look like a starfish. Send your right leg forward, but see if you can start to bring the left knee into the chest and then breathe into that right hip. So feel the stretch of that right hip. Maybe every time you exhale, encourage that left knee a little closer towards you so that you can bring awareness to the area of the left hip, but also that opposite right hip. Okay. Then you're going to start to move the hip, shift the leg in a rotation. So the left hand covers the left knee, and you work and rotate. And then reverse it. Good. Pull that left knee nice and tight. Inhale. And then as you exhale, extend the leg up and then bring it down a few times. Extend and bend. Spread the toes when you do it. Track the knee nice and healthy and evenly. The next time you extend the leg, inhale, and then start to roll through the ankle as you exhale. And then rotate the ankle in the opposite direction. Good. The leg stays up as you inhale, but then it comes all the way down. Exhale. Good. Now take a little evaluation. Notice the difference in both hips. And then go ahead and bring the right knee in. Start to bring some nice breathing into that opposite left hip. You can cup your hand over the leg and roll through that hip. In one direction, in the opposite direction. When you're ready, you try to align your hip and knee, and then start to bend and straighten that right knee. And then the next time you extend it, you start to wake up the ankle, wiggle the toes. Good. Inhale here. And then as you exhale, relax that leg. Feet flat, take the block and move it off to the side. And now it'll feel kind of nice to have that flat back on the mat. Hug the knees in evenly, and then with your hands, open the knees and feel the hips. As you create circles. In one direction, in the opposite direction. Good. Taking now that right leg, bless you, salute. Extend the left leg down, inhale, but this time keep the right knee bent, take the hand to it, and give your hip a nice stretch, and your back a nice stretch as you twist. Good. Come back to center, inhale. Go ahead and extend the leg up. Flex both feet, and then use your hip flexor out of that left hip to float the left leg a few inches off the floor. Inhale, reach your arms over the head. Exhale, reach your arms forward. Good. Switch. Left leg up, right leg down. Inhale. Head down, bend the knee, exhale. Right hand to the knee as you inhale, and then twist to the other side. Good. Back to center, inhale, extend the leg up. Exhale, reach your arms out. Inhale, reach your arms forward, float the right foot off the floor. And then as you exhale, switch. Stay like that, stay grounded. If your head has to come down because it bothers you, bring it down. If not, just stay here and switch. Inhale, switch. Exhale, switch. Inhale, switch. Exhale, switch. Inhale, switch. Exhale, switch. One more time. Inhale, switch. And then exhale, switch. Good. Grab the leg, drop the head. Take your inhale just as you are. Keep holding onto the right leg, feel the stretch. Exhale, go ahead and reach your arms forward. And again, if it feels okay, head and shoulders can come off. Take an inhale and let the hips do the movement as you exhale. Hips, flex and extend. Hips, switch, switch. Go. So now become more fluid with the motion. See how fast or how slow you want to do this for the next 10 seconds or so. 5 seconds. And the next time the left leg comes up, leave it up. Inhale, head down, grab onto the leg, exhale. So your hip was generating that movement. Take your inhale like this, and then as you exhale, come up to a seat. So you can use a little momentum, you can roll to the side. Good. Open the hips with your knees wide now. So line up right ankle in front of left, and then start to lean back like a little cat back, and then inhale, lean forward, collarbones forward, arch. Again, exhale back, inhale forward. One more, exhale back, Notice every time that you lean back and forward, what's happening to the hips. Exhale forward. Lean forward, work your little hips nice and loose, and now stir the pot. So you can start whichever way you like. I'm starting counterclockwise. And then so I get deeper into my hips. As I push off, I use my hand so that it wakes up my hip a little bit more. And then reverse it. I'm going clockwise now. Breathe with it. Good. The next time that you upright your torso, take your inhale, bring your right arm up. And then as you exhale, bring the right hand to the left knee. Inhale, bring the left arm up. Exhale, reach, lengthen through the side body as you reach over your head and look down towards the floor. Upright your torso, inhale. Twist to the left, exhale. Good. Look forward as you inhale, and then switch your ankles as you exhale. So a little subtle change for the hips. Again, inhale forward, lean forward, roll your shoulders back. Exhale, roll your shoulders in, lean back. 3 more, inhale. Exhale. 2 more, inhale. Exhale. Last one, inhale. Exhale. Good. Let's go ahead and stir the pot again. Notice a difference. Just because of the position of the legs, sometimes there's a little stickiness in a different spot. And then reverse the stirring. Good. Take your inhale, upright your torso, left arm comes up. Exhale, grab a hold of the right knee. Right arm comes up, inhale, reach towards the left, look down. Up we come on the inhale, and then gentle twist to the right. Good. Go ahead and untwist. Okay. Feet as wide as the mat. Shift the knees right to left, left to right. And then by taking almost like a big dip, as you tap one knee and then the knee comes up and the other knee comes in and you tap it in, you're diving into that hip a little bit more. Good. Here we go, inhale. Sit up nice and tall. And as you exhale, grab the backs of the legs. Go ahead and balance. Extending one leg up or maybe both. And then let your hips hold your legs up, controlling it through the core. Good. See if you're able to unflex the right hip and bring the leg down. Okay, so you can bring your leg down also like this. So you can be like this. And then use your hip flexor to lift it. Good, switch. Tap and extend the left leg. And then now drop the left leg. And then use your hip flexor to lift. Tap. Right. Lower. Lift. Tap. Extend. Lower. Use your core and that hip, lift and bring it in. Good. Hug the knees in. Okay, so we're going to play with the hip a little more in our warm up now. Not that we weren't warming up, but in our warm up flow. Come into hands and knees. So hands and knees. Inhale, extend the right leg back. Stretch through the Achilles. Lengthen that right hip. After what we just did, this counter pose is going to feel great, okay? We're going to lift the right leg. We're going to bend the leg in opposition so that we can squeeze the glute and feel that right hip opening up right here. Some of you can reach back and maybe even grab a hold of the foot. Not necessary to do, but if you have the foot, lift it. Good. Please release it. And then this to the other side. Extend the left leg back. Stretch through that Achilles. And then lift it. Bend the knee. Squeeze the glute. The moment you squeeze the glute, you start to feel that hip opening. If you want more, and you can reach back and grab. Reach back, grab, and then lift. Good. Release it, inhale, tabletop. As you exhale, hug the belly in, broaden the shoulders. Here it is, downward facing dog. Come into down dog, look at your feet, separate your big toes so you can fit a dollar bill right there in between them. And then line up your ears with your arms a little bit and walk the dog, as they say. Yeah. Heels high, inhale. Heels low, exhale. Big toes together. And then as you take your next inhale, send the right leg up. And then as you exhale, bring the knee into the chest. Step the right foot as close to the front of as possible. So let's say that your foot is here, then you grab it and you help it. Drop the left knee. Let's open the hip here. Reach your arms up. Supported lunge, Anjaneyasana. Roll the wrists, snap the fingers if you want, loosen up. Okay, and we're starting to warm up. So curl the toes. As you inhale, you're here. And then as you exhale, option to bring your hands down. Okay, on the floor or on the blocks. Or options to float your arms back. So watch. You can keep your hands on it and shift back, exhale. Shift forward, inhale. Or you can float your arms back, shift back, exhale, reach your arms forward just for balance. Inhale, shift forward, arms back. Either way, 3 more. Inhale. So we're just lubricating that hip and warming it up. Exhale. Good. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Shift back as you exhale. Shift forward, inhale. Now we all plant the palms in between the feet. Lift the back knee off the mat. Anchor the back foot so that you now have almost like a warrior 2 stance. Back foot is on a diagonal, front foot is flat. Walk your hands, maybe with the blocks, on a diagonal. Notice what's happening to that right hip. Invite the right hip to open by taking that right knee towards the pinky side of the foot. Yes, that's it. Good. Now from here, shift back. So now you're kind of squatting with the left and your right toes point up. And then you're going to do this same thing to the other side. Squat with the right, left toes point up. Notice those hips, and then keep grounding your hands like I'm doing, or don't ground your hands and try doing it with your hands off the floor, reaching them forward, right? So Amanda can show you that. Good, shift. Now see if you can pick up the pace a little bit. So shift right, shift left, shift right, shift left. Do a few of those and see how that feels. The next time you shift to the right, take your inhale, frame the foot, exhale, down dog. Feet together, back of the mat, left leg up, inhale. Pull the knee through, step it forward, help it to step forward, drop the right knee. So now you know where we're going. Untuck the foot first, come up, Anjaneyasana, supported lunge. Notice that little bit of that weight on that right hip, letting it go. And then hands come down. They frame the foot with blocks, with no blocks, whatever feels good. Curl the right toes, and then exhale, shift the weight back. Just like I told you before, you can do it with your hands or not. I'm gonna do it with my hands now, but you don't have to, you can fly them. Rock forward, inhale. Rock back, exhale. That's with blocks or hands. And then if not, rock forward, inhale with no hands. Rock back, exhale. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, last one. Take your inhale, rock forward. Then as you exhale, warrior 2 legs. Keep inviting that left knee to open towards the left pinky side of the foot. You almost look like you're doing warrior 2 with your legs. And then walk your hands to the back. Skandasana or side lunge. Right knee bends comfortably, left toes point up. Same thing to the other side. Left knee bends, right toes point up. Okay, so back and forth. You decide how fast, how slow, with or without the hands. The next time we shift forward, frame the foot with your hands. Inhale, step to the front of the mat. Exhale. Root and rise all the way up. Inhale. Hands come right to your heart center. Exhale. All right, so my hips, I feel, are already good to go. Let's get some more heat going. Inhale, reach up. So adding a little more strength and cardiovascular work now. And then as you exhale, fold. Use that hip. Left leg steps back. Inhale. Use your core. Right leg steps back into down dog. And then you lift the right leg up. Exhale. Right foot steps all the way to the front again. Inhale. Step the left foot forward next to it. Exhale. Root to rise. Inhale. Forward fold. Exhale. Right leg steps back. Take your time. Inhale. Down dog split with your left leg. Back in down dog, or maybe towards the ceiling. Step it back forward. Left foot forward. Inhale. Right foot next to the left foot. Exhale. Root to rise. Inhale. Hands come to the heart center. Exhale. That was step 1. Okay, let's edit that. Inhale, reach up. Forward fold, exhale. Left leg back, inhale. Right leg back, down dog split. Exhale. Right foot forward, inhale. Crescent pose. starting to come up on the exhale. Inhale, look up and find it. And then as you exhale, drop the back knee if you need to. Cactus the arms. Reach up as you inhale. Lunge twist, exhale. Left hand down, right arm up. Look down, bring the right hand down, inhale. Skandasana, we were there a few minutes ago. To the left, yes. Stay in your Skandasana, right leg in. Stay grounded or reach your arms forward. Now, watch my Skandasana, left foot points up. I'm gonna flatten it. I'm gonna stand up. As I inhale and as I exhale, find warrior two. 3 pumps in warrior two. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, warrior two. What's happening to your right knee? If it's pulling in, use your glute to bring it out towards the pinky side. Again, inhale. Exhale. One more, inhale. Good. Find your warrior two, hold it there. Hold warrior two. Few more breaths. You'll stay rooted and reverse your warrior as you take your next inhale. Triangle pose is next. Exhale. Glide to the right, right hand on the leg, or a block, right, left arm up. Hold your posture, breathe. Shifting your head back, rooting through your feet. Please look down, root, and rise up. Reverse your triangle. And then as you exhale, down dog split. Or down dog. Take your inhale, find your high plank with the legs up or down. Drop the knees for the first plank of the day. Exhale, lower towards the belly, slow. Cobra, inhale. Exhale, lower all the way to the floor. Shift back. Downward facing dog. Side number 2, feet come together at the back. Left leg up, inhale. Pull the knee through, use your hip. Step the foot forward. Crescent. Cactus the arms and crescent. Reach back up as you inhale. Lunge twist, exhale. Right hand down, left arm up. Left hand down, inhale. Skandasana. Stay in Skandasana, maybe reach your arms forward. And now flatten out the right foot, turn it into a warrior two. You know the warrior two, so come up your own way. And then when you get there, guide your knee towards the pinky side of the foot. Reverse it as you inhale. Come back to warrior two, 3 pumps in warrior two. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Every time you go slow into warrior two, keep guiding the knee towards the pinky side of the foot. It opens up the hip. Here it is again. Hold warrior two. Strong arms. So think about hugging the bones and the muscles of the upper arm. And then reverse your warrior two. Inhale. And as you exhale, triangle pose. Glide to the left. left hand down, right arm up, hold your posture. Lengthen your toes. Squeeze the muscles of the arms so they hug the bones for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, root and rise. Reverse your triangle. Exhale, cartwheel the hands, down dog or down dog split. High plank pose, inhale. At any point, you can avoid the planks. You can always stay in down dog or child's pose. Lower as you exhale. Cobra, inhale. Child's pose, exhale. Good. So water, towel dry, whatever feels good to you. Take a few moments. You're gonna up your little head in child's pose, curl the toes, and come into a deep Malasana or squat. This is a great hip opener, but it actually also lengthens your Achilles a little bit. So I'm sitting on a block, and then I'm gonna get my elbows, and I'm gonna open my knees as far as they're comfortable opening. So as I open my knees, I'm gonna make sure I'm not doing this to my spine. I'm gonna keep my spine nice and long, lengthen my toes, and some of us stay here, and then others can float off the block and go even deeper into it. Subtle little hip opener. Yes, take your inhale, root through those feet. See how you can do as you come all the way up. Exhale, toe heel the feet together or hop them together. Good. Take your left foot, keep it grounded, bring your right knee into the chest. Hug it in, feel the opening of the hip. Keep your left hand out so you can stay balanced, and keep your right knee held with your hand unless you feel compelled to try to grab your big toe. And then if you've grabbed your big toe, we're gonna try not to overhike the hip. So we're gonna try to keep the hip pretty neutral and see if we can extend the leg. Okay. If you're holding the knee, you can still extend the leg. You can take the hand and hold the knee behind the thigh and work on extending the leg. Good. Bring the knee back in, open the leg to the right, and stay here for a few breaths. Bring it back to center. Right leg crosses in front of the left leg. Good, so now the pinkies meet. It's always nice to have blocks handy, so it's always nice to keep them aligned with your mat so you can grab them if you want. Pinkies meet, reach up as you inhale, forward fold as you exhale. Hands over the block or not, you can have them on the floor. And then if you want, you can extend the arms a little bit. Getting into the IT band, it's that little area that kind of stems from the area of the outer hip to the outer knee. You're welcome to wag your tail a little bit, wiggle your hips. See how that feels? Good, so now go ahead and take your right foot from where it is and just put it next to your left foot. Bring your block or blocks close by, anchor through the right foot, and let's do a little hip extension by lifting the left leg up, extending that hip. Okay, couple things you can do here. Bend the leg, and just stay like that. That is a challenge. Or bring your block a little bit to the side. Try to see if you can balance while you do that. And then some people can do what we did on our knee before. They can grab a hold of the foot. And then if you've got the foot with your block, lift your collarbones, lift your legs so you open the hip. Stay or balance. This is kind of like a twisted dancer posture. And then slowly, however it's comfortable for you, come up, shake it all out. So you should feel hippie, right? Inhale, reach all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Ground a lot through the right. Bring the left knee up. Keep your block handy. Left knee up. Stay with your knee up and bring your right arm up. Let's see how that feels. This might be more than enough for you. If you want, you can grab your big toe or grab the back of the leg and work the leg straight. If this is plenty, stay here. Okay, and then we can bring the knee to a bend and then open the leg to the side with the leg extended or with a little knee bend. And then we bring it back in. Use that, you're using your core and that hip to hold that leg up, kind of, and then cross the left leg in front of the right. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Maybe have the blocks over your hands or the hands over the blocks. Feel the feet grounding through all their four corners, because we do tend to lift the mounds of the big toes up sometimes. And then wag your tail. Yeah, and then just take your foot out of there. Bring your left foot normal next to your right foot, okay? Go ahead and lift the right leg up. Is it the right leg we lift up? I think so. Bend the knee. And this in itself is very challenging, but some of you might want to go further. And you might say, I'm only going to keep my left hand on a block or the floor, and I'm going to reach back for my foot or my ankle. And then if you reach back, I encourage you to lift your collarbones and do the best you can to lift your knee. It opens up that hip and it challenges your balance. To come out of the hand and the block, it takes coordination and core control, and you might not be able to do it as easy, but you can practice it. Good. When you're ready, feet together, shake it all out. Keep your blocks handy. Inhale, reach all the way up. Exhale, down dog. Feet together, back of the mat, right leg lifts, inhale. Bend the knee and open the hip. Stack the shoulders right above the wrists. Drop the left knee or leave the left knee up. And then flip from where you are. When you drop the left knee, it gives you permission to see how it feels with your shoulder and everything before you do it, especially if you don't practice it normally. Drop the bum before you flip. Use your core and your hip to float the right foot to the front. Float it, float it, float it, boom. Crescent pose. Cactus the arms, and then lace the hands, and look up. Good. Take your inhale, feel that hip. Reach up. Exhale, lunge twist. Okay, we're gonna use a little fun and hip movement here. Watch. Go ahead and everybody start off dropping the left knee. Okay, make sure that you feel like your left fingertips are squeezing the floor. And then make sure that you're not stacking your shoulder right above your wrist. You're slightly behind it. So your wrist and your shoulders stay happy. Now you're in your lunge twist, grounded with your knee, and you're going to untwist and move into your version of modified side plank. You're going to do this 3 to 4 times using your core and that right hip flexor. Watch. I'm going to go in, flex my hip, come back, and then give my left knee a break. Do that 3 to 4 times, or try to do it without your knee down. Watch what it looks like. You can bring the leg up and tap it back. Yes, so you can tap it back, Amanda. Yes, yes, yes. And then use your core, bring it forward. Okay, that was 1. So I'm probably not going to do 3 or 4. I'm probably going to do 2. So feel free to do 2 or 1 or 0. Do it again. Knee down or up. Extend the leg. Extend the hip. And now flex the hip and step it forward. There it is. Skandasana. Let's get you off that left wrist. Slap those little fingers on the left wrist. Roll it. Look forward. Inhale. Come up. Warrior 2 to the front. Exhale. Reverse that warrior 2, inhale. Triangle pose, exhale. Reverse your triangle pose, inhale. This time, forearm to the thigh. So bend the knee, take your forearm to the thigh, left arm over your here. So this is where we're gonna stay here for a little bit, like a good 6 to 8 breaths, because I really want you to get into your hips here. So couple options. Forearm presses the knee to the right and helps you rotate your ribs to the left. Step 2, forearm presses that lower leg and knee to the right. Top arm comes to the low back, so it stretches out your shoulder. Third option, forearm comes underneath you and grabs a hold of the top hand. Stretch shoulder here. And hip. This is intense on the hip and the shoulder. Not all of you will be able to do it today. Good. Release it. Come all the way up. Neutralize the feet. Hands to the small of the back. Inhale, hips forward. Gaze up. Exhale here, stay here a few moments, and when you're ready, forward fold. So here it is, forward fold and relax. Your hands under you, the feet really wide apart. Maybe your hands on a block. Maybe your hands or wrists are tired and you want to bring your forearms on the block. Maybe your head is down and you take your headstand. Hold it for 5 breaths. So if you're in headstand, focus on that breath and your stillness for 5. And then those of you whose feet are down, the wider those feet come apart, the more those hips are waking up. Three more breaths. Two more breaths. One. Everybody brings the legs in, starts to walk the hands in. We inhale, root through the feet. We exhale, start to turn forward. Take your inhale here, bring your right leg up. Now watch. As you exhale, You're going to bring the right knee to the floor, right under your belly button. And then you're going to swivel that right foot to the right. And then you're going to bring the left knee behind it and swivel that leg to the other side. Then your block should be handy. You're going to sit back on your block. Towel or strap handy as well, hopefully. Take your left arm up with a towel or the strap. Inhale. Bend at the elbow, and you have a few options. Just grab onto the elbow and encourage the arm down. Pull it down with a little bit of a rope help if you want. Or take your right arm, flip the thumb down, internally rotate the arm, bring the hand behind you and reach the arm up as the top arm reaches down. Okay, so this is what the arms look like. If this knee situation is too much for you, you can always crisscross normal. Always modify everything if it needs to happen. If you're upright and this is easy for you, fold in half, fold forward. I don't fold forward because this is very challenging for me. One more, big inhale. One exhale. And on your next inhale, upright your torso if you're there, if you are folded. Exhale, relax your arms. Woo. Roll the shoulders a few times. Good. Take your little back legs just like that, inch them forward, lie on your back. Grab your feet like they are handlebars on a bicycle. And then move your feet away from you towards the ceiling and then up towards your head. Oh my hips. Sometimes we don't realize how tight the hips are until we get little stuff done. So you kind of pull the legs up towards the ceiling and then in towards your head. Breathe with it. Good. Release the grip. Open the knees apart. It'll feel kind of neat. And then happy baby. Either grabbing the ankles or grabbing the outer feet. Neutral spine. Release, rock and roll. That's neat and down dog. Walk out your dog a little bit. Roll the thighs in. Broaden the shoulders. Feel the opening through your chest. Feet together. Left leg up, inhale. Bend the knee and open that top hip. Stack the shoulders over the wrists and drop the right knee if you feel you need to. Go ahead and open hip, torso, chest, shoulder. Now look at where the foot is going. You're going to step the foot to the front of the mat. So use your core, step it. Lunge twist. Come all the way undone. Untuck the foot and come up for a second. Go ahead and roll the wrist. We're going to come in and out of that a few times, right? So we're going to be here and my right knee is going to be grounded, or it might be up. And then my shoulder's not going to be directly over my wrist. It's going to be further back. I'm going to use my core and the movement of that left hip to bring my knee down, maybe take the leg out, and then use that hip flexion and core to take the leg back in. Remember, you can do this a few times, right? Or you can be off the knee. And then all I say is if you do that, use your core and then tap the foot behind you, open that hip, and then use your core, flex the hip, and step it right where it was. You could do this a few times. The next time you step forward, come up, crescent. Drop that back knee if you're tired. I'm tired. Lace the palms behind, open the elbows. Reach up, inhale, lunge twist again. And then we're gonna go into Skandasana. So use your core, use your hip movement, come all the way up to your version of Warrior Two. Reverse your Warrior Two, inhale. Triangle pose, exhale. Hug the belly, shift the head slightly back and the shoulders slightly back. Root to rise, reverse your triangle, inhale. And then here we go, bend the knee, forearm to the thigh, right arm over your ear, or forearm to the lower leg. If you want to go a little further, you're here a little longer. Or when your forearm comes to the low leg, you might want to take your top arm, roll it in, and bring the back of the hand to the low back. Stay or bind, go even further. If you bind, try to go back to shifting your shoulders as they were when you were doing triangle. Do your best. If you're bound, take your next inhale. And then we all release and come up on the exhale. Neutralize the feet. Hands to the small of the back. Hips forward, gaze up. And then in your own time, forward fold. Maybe this time your hands slide through your legs and you hang your head so there's no pressure on your head. Unless you want to practice your headstand, then you can practice it with your hands like that. You can balance maybe one palm slightly off the mat, so you're cupcaking one hand, finger patting one hand and not the other. Yeah, look at you, Amanda. And then the other one, and then both. What? And there's a will, there's a way. Inhale one more. Exhale, lower, slow. And your little palms, look forward on the inhale. Walk your hands to the back. Exhale, send your leg up. Bring your left knee right under your belly button on the floor. Bring your right knee behind it. Sit back on your block. Maybe this time take a moment to just stack your vertebrae, shift your head back in space, shift your shoulders back a little bit. So if you shift everything back, you notice you align a little more. We kind of live rolling forward a lot. And then it would be the right arm that comes up with the towel, with the strap if you want it. And then you encourage that right elbow close to you. This might be enough, or if you have that towel or strap, or if you don't need it, you can always extend the left arm. Roll the shoulder inward. Let me take my watch off. Roll the shoulder inward so the back of the hand starts off at the low back. But then the back of the hand can come up, and depending on your flexibility, your hands might meet. And then depending again on your flexibility, your hands can meet and you can lean forward. Few more breaths. Upright your torso, release your arms, come off your block, scoot your little legs up so you can lie on your back. And then grab your bicycle handlebars here. Legs up and towards the head. Guide the legs up first and then towards the head. Nice. Take your inhale, unravel the legs. Hug the knees in, take one more happy baby, which you can turn and keep it at happy baby, or you can maybe grab your big toes and convert it into a supine straddle. Breathing. Taking one more big inhale. And this time as you exhale, legs together, legs down. Relaxing, getting ready to completely disconnect from the physical. Allow your body to fully rest, and I'll guide you back. And let's bring the awareness back. Moving your fingers and your toes. Maybe bringing the knees in. Cupping your hands over your knees. Moving your hips like you did at the beginning of class. Maybe noticing how much more open your hips might be. When you're ready, roll to your side. Come up to your comfortable seat. And taking a moment to create a little personal alignment with what you are craving, with what you need for your day. So let's bring the hands together and think about what you want to invite into your day today as a positive quality. And when you've got it, attach the words I am in front of it. And as you take your next inhale, say that phrase in your mind. And then as you exhale, open your mouth and release all that no longer serves you today. Namaste. Namaste, namaste. They say we are what we eat. We are what we think.